If you think about airs like water, like birds seem like fishes in water, if this ocean of air we live within is alive, the atmosphere is alive around Mother Earth. It's very important to think about the air that you breathe when you take in a deep breath and exhale. You're breathing in not only air, but water, nutrients, and that which sustains life, oxygen. Because nature is a circle. This earth is a circle. And this ocean of air that surrounds the earth encircles Mother Earth. So it too is a circle. So that's kind of the natural order of life. It's everything goes around, right? In a season, cyclically.
All in the Circle has been very carefully designed to integrate the elements that we see as essential in helping children to grow into healthy adults. We have music, we have art, we have nature, we have movement, which is historically the way that humans make meaning of their world, the way that they find their own sense of belonging and purpose and joy. It's also an intergenerational experience. So we have young elementary age children, we have middle school age children, we have high schoolers who act as camp counselors, we have grandparents who volunteer their time and engage with the kids in those activities. And so in doing that, we're building community around hope and around life and around possibility. In nature, they went on a scavenger hunt to discover what type of bird wanted to be their friend, that they could learn from, and in turn, they could become that bird's voice in bringing that bird's needs and wisdom to the human community.
When someone's speaking, like, I'm quiet, and that's kind of what an owl does. They listen really well.
They had that experience in nature, and then they went to art to actually make that bird in paper mache, whether it was in a mask or a 4-person puppet.
You can hear, and you can see.
As a culminating experience in camp, they brought their finished art piece to council.
Don't lose your head.
And the kids wore their beautiful art and became their bird and spoke about the particular and unique gifts that those birds have to bring to this world. So at the end of that Council of the Birds, we were standing in a circle and I asked the children to reflect on what they had learned. One child said, I learned that we are like the birds. The birds have councils, and we have councils. That is an example of the core of what All in the Circle is about, is helping children to realize their kinship with each other and the natural world.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
It was really easy. You just mud, get hay, dry it up with dry dirt, and then
That is such a...
stick it. Yeah. It's so easy.
My name is Fatau Saibu. I come from Ghana, West Africa. I'm from a talking drum family from the Dagomba people. To teach drum and dance, what I've learned from my elders is I have to become a student to be able to teach the children. In my culture, we have drumming and dancing for pretty much everything. This year, I showed the kids a bird flying movement to put it in a dance.
Open, close, use your hands. Open.
Normally, I break the movement down, then it becomes easier when they know exactly what they're gonna do.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
I actually would never actually think of like doing a movement, like a bird movement, finding food, but they came out with it and it was looking really good.
Wait here.
For the children to learn how to play music and to learn how to dance is gonna help them throughout their lives.
The eagle up there. Awesome! Bald eagle, is that cool?
I knew which bars I wanted to hit just then, but if I was a kid, it'd be much more challenging. And so I'm gonna play those same bars again, but now with these removed.
There isn't any way to do it wrong. You can only do it right. And we're here to have fun and we're here to explore.
The Carl Orff Schulwerk approach was developed based on a concept where music was not just music alone, it was music in unity with speech and movement. And so there's movement involved, you have to move the chairs out of the way, it's messy.
By the end of that first day, they're all into it. Because when do they get to just sit and play these magnificent instruments and do drumming and move around and you're just enjoying yourself and you're enjoying the environment, you're enjoying your friends.
18, 19, 1. Okay, pick a corner. Corner 3.
The kids are invited to be really involved in the process of creating the music. To create is a process, and that we're still in a world that's being created and continues to grow and emerge. And when we experience creating ourselves, we understand that process is always in play. We choose music which reflects the theme, and so this year it was all about birds and various pieces that can really strengthen our connection to the animals. That's part of how I go about making the selections.
And boy, at the end of those performances, those kids are proud.
Right now, we find ourselves in a really important moment in human history. We have only a little bit of time to bring our society onto a life-sustaining course. To do that, it's going to take immense creativity and collaboration and health and art and new ways of thinking. This camp is responding to the growing disconnect that there is between the human community and the natural world. In camp this year, one counselor said, I didn't understand why we said be kind, be kind, be kind, but now I do. It's about being kind to myself, it's about being kind to my group, and it's about being kind to the natural world. And that's really all I have to ever remember. There's hope in that, and there's impact. That begins to change culture. All in the Circle is about changing culture.